LGBTQ 1 Minute News, Let's Queer Up Entertainment. Margaret Cho says fear of ICE detention made her reject role in queer series Heated Rivalry. Bisexual comedian and actress Margaret Cho has revealed that she turned down a role in the queer series Heated Rivalry because she feared being detained by ICE while traveling to Canada. Speaking on the podcast I Never Liked You, Cho said she declined the project due to concerns tied to her outspoken criticism of ICE and the Trump administration. She said she admired the creator Jacob Tierney and the project itself. When asked if she could still watch the series, Cho said, quote, "I watched it. I hosted some rewatch parties, and it kills me like it kills me, and it's all because of Trump," end quote. The hosts asked if there was any hope for her to appear in season 2, and Cho replied, quote, "I asked them, we'll see," end quote. Well, I love Margaret Cho. I had the opportunity many years ago when I was still up in West Orange, New Jersey, to see her at a former, now defunct comedy club earlier in her career. So I love that she's outspoken, and we all sometimes, have to make choices. And in this case, unfortunately, we were talking about retribution, and I could see how she could feel potentially threatened. And you have to look out for yourself. I mean, we look at the number of people, especially those who've achieved fame, not just LGBTQ, people who have been sought out by crazy people. And now we have to worry about our own government, who's supposed to be here and protect us, and that we count on based on the founding fathers of our country. I mean, again, I've said it before on the show, and I'm going to say it again. This is the 250th anniversary of the founding of our country so that people could pursue freedom and liberty. And here we have someone who's achieved great things as a comedian, worrying about crossing the border and being detained and harassed because she opposes the current leading party.
Well, the Trump administration is having the exact intended effect that it is wanting to have. It is sending a chilling effect. Mm-hmm. It's sending shockwaves across our society. Mm-hmm. People are self-censoring. People are self-monitoring. I mean, I'd be lying if I said I don't sometimes say, maybe I'm not going to say that because I don't want something taken out of context.
Yeah.
You don't have to be that smart to be on that side of the spectrum, the political spectrum. So nuance is not their thing, and somebody like Margaret Cho, who is very unambiguous, so, very similar to like a Kathy Griffin, mm-hmm. People like that are very unambiguous about their gripes about what's going on, and perhaps rightfully so, allegedly, as our friend Kathy Griffin would say, who are allegedly correct about what they might say, fear for their liberty and their freedom. And I feel very bad for her that she missed out on an opportunity to be part of something really cool like Heated Rivalry because it was being shot in Canada, and she just didn't want to chance it based on her political stances. And, some people might say, well, then she shouldn't have political stances, just shut up and entertain or shut up and sing, whatever they say to artists. But she's a stand-up comedian. Her whole shtick, I'm using that word again, her whole shtick is telling stories. It's being a public storyteller. So, of course, when you live in a society like we're currently living through now, of course the government is going to be something that you talk about, especially if you have a big platform and you're a funny person, and, people can relate because we're all living under it. So, So sucks to be her, and I don't mean that in a negative way. It really does suck to be her because she's
Margaret
stuck her neck out.
Margaret, keep doing what you're doing, and all those other entertainers, RuPaul and all those other folks out there, speak out as long as you're not hurting anyone and you're promoting humor and things that we need during these times. And hopefully you do get the gig with Heated Rivalry, and we wish you well with that and other successes as well.
Absolutely.
That is an LGBTQ 1 Minute news story. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by sharing them and subscribing to Queer News Tonight.